Hi guys, this will be a short video, and this is another part to my series on how to overcome obesity and to develop muscular size, strength, and endurance. I'm 67 years and 8 months old, and on February 15th, 2023, I had a health scare, which caused me to reprioritize what was important in my life. I realized that my number one priority should be my health, because I almost passed out while driving down a highway, and I realized that if I don't survive, then nothing else really matters. So I created 4 home gyms, and I lost 57 pounds of excess body weight by switching to a plant-based diet, exercising every other day, getting adequate rest. And I think that this is information that I should be sharing, that knowing how to overcome obesity and how to become actually stronger at the age of 67 years and 8 months than when I was an active duty United States Marine is something that other people might want to learn. Obesity is a pervasive and widespread problem in the United States, and over 900,000 people die each year of cardiopulmonary disease, stroke, kidney failure, other renal diseases. And I think it's a mortal sin not to try to share this information with people who could benefit from it, because over 900,000 people die each year in America of cardiopulmonary disease, which includes heart attacks, and also from stroke, diabetes, kidney failure, cancer, and other diseases and medical conditions which are associated with the metabolic syndrome. And the metabolic syndrome is a cluster of conditions which includes high triglyceride levels, high blood sugar, high blood pressure, and especially visceral fat, which is the fat which wraps around the internal organs. And the main idea for this video is that in America, home gym owners are willing to spend many thousands of dollars on expensive functional trainers, power rack, and their various attachments, and also on adjustable dumbbells and other strength equipment. And I assert that if Americans are willing to spend that much money on home gym equipment, then they should be willing to spend $200 or $300 on strength training reference books from world-class experts. And this is what I recommend. By doing so, not only will you learn how to gain muscular size, strength, and endurance, but it will enable you to make intelligent, logical, and rational buying decisions on what type of strength equipment you should be buying. And the 4 books that I would like to recommend are these. The first is The Barbell Prescription by Dr. Jonathan Sullivan and Andy Baker. And even though this book is geared toward powerlifting, to the 3 main lifts of the deadlift, squat, and bench press, the information it has inside about the metabolic syndrome and what's happening within your body. I mean, once you read this book, you'll realize why you need to strength train. And it will give you insight about the health conditions and the importance of strength training. The second book I'd like to recommend is Power to the People by Pavel Tsatsouline, who popularized the use of kettlebells for strength training in America, and particularly his greasing the groove method of using mini sets of 5 repetitions or less with long rest intervals in between. And the reason why this is important is because this is the best way, in my opinion, to develop the strength foundation. The next book I'd like to recommend is by a Soviet who's now an American. In this book, you will learn about Tsatsouline's 3 main methods of strength training, which includes the maximal effort method, which is lifting as much weight as you possibly can for strength. His repeated effort method, which is the best method to develop muscular endurance and muscular hypertrophy, which is muscle growth. And it also includes the submaximal effort method, which differs from the repeated effort method because the repeated effort method is using non-maximal weights to failure, where the submaximal effort method is doing it for high reps. And both methods, the repeated effort method and the submaximal effort method, forces the body to adapt, to gain size, and is also the best method to gain endurance. And the dynamic effort method, where you lift non-maximal weight as fast as you possibly can to gain explosive strength. But these methods are essential for any serious strength training athlete to learn. And the last book I want to recommend is Louis Simmons' Book of Methods. And Louis Simmons borrows a lot from Tsatsouline, but Louis Simmons, in my estimation, was a genius. And even though he was expelled from school for getting into a fight over some shoes that a student had stolen from him, when he went home, he told his dad. His dad told him that he had to confront the kid and fight and get his shoes back. And what Louis Simmons did, he accidentally hit a teacher and was expelled. And Louis Simmons claims that he was dyslexic, but I don't think so. And I have 3 college degrees, and I've studied at different universities, which includes the Ohio State University in Columbus, which is my hometown, and where Louis Simmons' Westside Barbell Club is located. And I've even had the opportunity to study at the University of Oxford. In my opinion, Louis Simmons was the Bruce Lee of powerlifting. Bruce Lee is known for being a famous film star, but Bruce Lee was far more than just a film star. He was a martial arts genius, and he devised a fighting style called Jeet Kune Do, which combined many different fighting styles such as boxing, Wing Chun, Chinese Kung Fu, even fencing. Because Bruce Lee's belief was that it didn't matter where it came from as long as it was effective. So Bruce Lee created his own conjugate style of martial arts called Jeet Kune Do. And Bruce Lee's famous saying was, to take what is useful, to discard what is useless, and to add what is specifically your own. Well, Louis Simmons felt the same way. I mean, he didn't care if the training method was from the Soviets. And remember, the Soviets were America's mortal enemy. And he didn't care if it came from the Bulgarians. I mean, and that's why he combined the systems together to form the conjugate method of strength training. And he added what was specifically his own. And in his book, The West Side Book of Methods, it contains more than just the conjugate training method, but it adds a lot of Louis Simmons's training methods, which includes his theories about restoration, about how to recover from weight training. Because anytime that you weight train, your body would go through adaptation, and you're going to develop delayed onset muscle soreness, which keeps a lot of people from training seriously. I can only recommend, and I can only tell you what I've experienced, but I have successfully lost 57 pounds of excess body weight, and I lost 54 pounds of that in about 8 months. But I didn't do this just by, off my own accord. I researched, and I found out the various different strength training methods and techniques. And this is what I'm urging you to do. If you can afford to spend thousands of dollars on your home gym equipment, then you should be able to afford to spend $200 or $300 on these strength training methods. I'm not paid a cent for creating YouTube videos, and it's actually cost me several thousands of dollars to create these. And I do this because I'm trying to make a difference. I believe that even if I can only help one person to regain their health, to overcome obesity, and to develop muscular endurance, strength, and size, then I made a difference in this world. That I just didn't use my life on my own selfish pursuits. And even if I can't spread that message, maybe I can cause you to become that catalyst, where you become the influencer that helps save lives, that help obese people regain their good health. And maybe this is just a waste of time, I don't know, but I gotta at least try. And that's what I'm doing. I'm making a good faith effort so that one day when I meet my maker, and he asks me what I did with my life, I can honestly say that I tried to make a difference. And I did my best to help others. I'm not paid a cent for creating home